Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for the Vision Board Workshop, where we will go over some of your goals and dreams for 2026 and create a vision board for you to reflect on for the rest of the year. My name is Rebecca. I am a success counselor at CSU Global, and I'm joined today by our counselors Amanda, Kimberly, and Kara. Here's a quick look at our agenda for today. We're going to spend some time reflecting on 2025. We're going to go over mind mapping as a tool to help you organize your goals. We're going to go over some tips for setting achievable goals. And then lastly, we'll have some time to actually build out a vision board. And with that, I will pass it along to Amanda to go over our 2025 annual audit.
Thanks for that intro, Rebecca. My name is Amanda. I am a student success counselor too here at CSU Global. Before we can start making our 2026 vision board, we want to start with doing our annual audit of 2025. We have a few different ways where we can reflect on the year prior so that we can prepare ourselves for 2026. One easy way to do that is by going through your camera roll from 2025 and noticing what photos you consistently were taking. You can also then use these different pictures to remember how you felt throughout the year. So, what did you do last year that had a positive impact on your mood? Or maybe vice versa, what did you miss out on doing that might have negatively impacted your mood? And taking that information for moving forward into 2026. It's also great to think about what goals did you actually achieve last year? What led to those goals being something that you could accomplish? And how were you able to do that? I also like to think about defining moments for the year. When you look back 10 years prior, 5 years prior, back in 2025, how would you define that year? What were your defining moments? Then for 2026, we can do the same thing where we think of what will be our big challenge for the coming year. What goals can we continue building onto? And what new goals can we set for ourselves? This might be something like starting a new career, finishing your degree, or some other big personal accomplishment that you are looking forward to doing.
Hi, my name is Kara. I am also one of the student success counselors. Now that we've done our audit of 2025, now we're going to start thinking about what our goals are for the 2026 year. A great way that I like to do this is to start with mind mapping. And mind mapping is a good visual representation of kind of how your thoughts flow and then moving them out into different categories. It keeps it more simplified. It lets you have some categories and then contextualization of those different categories. So, what I like to do in the big center is to put 2026 and then start thinking about the different categories and goals that I want to focus on, and then kind of branch them out to make them more simplified as I move on with them. And like I said, the different categories are easier to break down once you start thinking about them. So some of the big types of goals that we think of, especially as students, first one, school goals, thinking about what your goals are for the whole academic year, then breaking them down for the trimester, term, and each individual class. So it's good to have a goal for all of that. Then your social and community goals, maybe it's going on a trip with a friend, making more friends, being more involved. Mental spiritualization goals, your physical goals. Maybe you want to run a race this year, start a new workout routine. Those are the big goals that people like to start thinking about when the new year starts. Financial goals, and then career goals. Thinking about your career goals as you're enrolled in classes, and then as you're thinking about as you graduate and move on into your career. We do have really good resources within the Career Center that we'll share at the end of this presentation in our resources.
Hey everyone, my name is Kimberly, and I'm also a success counselor at CSU Global. To go off of what Kara was talking about with goals, we're going to now talk about SMART goals and how to make your goals specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So, for when you're setting your goals, you do want to make sure your goals are specific. So, you can think of questions like, what exactly do you hope to learn or achieve? Is your goal too broad? Can you easily identify when your goal has been achieved? So another thing to consider is to avoid vague goals. So instead of saying I need to study for biology, you can define exactly what task you're tackling. So for example, a week goal that you might have is complete critical thinking assignment. Like that's a goal, but it's not super specific. So to make it specific and to make it smart, you could say something like review module 1 notes and complete critical thinking assignment by Friday to allow time for revision. So that would be more specific. Making your goal measurable. How are you tracking your progress? How will you know when you complete your goal? So you need with the measurability of your goal, you want to make sure you can prove that you've actually finished it, something that you might even be able to check off a list. So a week goal that might be measurable that a lot of students do is read my textbook. So that's not super detailed. So something that will make this a SMART goal is something like read 20 pages of my organizational leadership book and write a one-page summary of key concepts. That makes it more measurable. When it comes to something that's achievable, you want to ask yourself, does your past behavior or performance align with your goals? Is your goal too easy, too hard? What resources can you use? So with an achievable goal, you really want to be honest about your bandwidth. If you have a shift at work that you need to cover or have a lot of things going outside of school, you aren't going to do 6 hours of deep work a night. So a SMART goal, or rather starting with that week goal, like you might be like memorize the entire Spanish dictionary by the weekend. That's not very achievable. And it's not very, as going back to our specifics, but it's to make this a SMART goal, so you might say something like master 25 new vocabulary words related to travel by using flashcards for 30 minutes. So that's more achievable. For the relevant portion of the SMART goal, you can think about how do your goals contribute to your short and long-term plans? What are the consequences if you do not achieve your goal? So when thinking about a relevant goal, you want to make sure the task actually moves the needle on your grades or understanding of a concept. So don't fall into that productive procrastination trap, which a lot of students like to color code their notes and use 3 hours, do for 3 hours and just start color coding things, but they never really take time to study or read. So they're wasting all this time with this productive procrastination, as I like to call it. So with your relevant goal, your goal might be rewrite all of my notes in calligraphy. That's not a SMART goal per se. That's a little, that could be more specific and more relevant. So a SMART goal would be solve 10 practice problems from last year's calculus midterm, identify my weak spots. So that makes it a little bit more relevant. Finally, time bound. Can you set a deadline or a time frame to help you stay motivated and on track? What checkpoints can you make for yourself? So when it comes to that time goal, deadlines create that healthy pressure. Without the like by when, a task will just go on for the whole term if you let it. So you might have a goal, say, finish my essay soon. So to make that into a SMART goal, you could say something like complete the first draft of my research paper by Thursday at 5 p.m. to make it very time bound and to alleviate some of that pressure.
Fantastic. All right, now that we have defined our goals for 2026, we have started more broadly with mind mapping and then turned these into SMART goals using what Kimberly just taught us. We can actually build our vision board. The fun part about a vision board is that it can truly be unique to you and your learning style and what is most relevant for you. So there are a few different ways and formats that we can actually make a vision board. It doesn't just have to be the old school photos on a piece of paper. in your office. However, it certainly can be. If you are more of a tactile person, you might want to make a collage. You might print some photos that are inspiring to you, use magazine clippings, make some sort of poster, as I mentioned. Or we could do a more visual style vision board where we're using different websites and apps like Pinterest, Google Mixboard, Canva Collage. You could even use a spreadsheet in Excel, whatever is going to work best for you. Another way to create a sort of vision board for the year or a playlist for the year could be to use Spotify, Apple Music. You could include any sort of relevant YouTube channels or podcasts that inspire you. As you're working on your goals, you have this playlist to use in the background to get you motivated and help you accomplish everything that you set out to do in 2026.
Awesome. And now we're going to take some time. You can pause this video here, go grab your materials, whether that's your poster board and your markers, or if you want to do a virtual vision board, you can also use any of the links that we included in our email with the recording for this workshop. So feel free to pull up whichever tool works best for you and spend a couple minutes building your vision board. As we're wrapping up, I just want to remind you all that your student success counselor is here to support you, not just with your goals for 2026, but your goals for the entire time you are a student at CSU Global. We are truly dedicated to your success, and we encourage you to schedule an appointment with your success counselor if you want to set some goals for the year, review your degree progress, or just get connected with some of the resources that are available to you as a student. As a reminder, the email with this recording does also include a vision board toolkit, which includes virtual vision board sites that you can use, a how-to guide on how to set up your vision board if you need a quick reminder, and some resources from our Career Center to help you set up your professional goals. So please feel free to come back to this as often as you'd like every year, hopefully, as you're setting your vision board for the new year, and let us know if there's anything we can do to support your success. Thank you so much for attending today.